Okay, so ready to dive into this whole RoleCatcher thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's like every time you start a job hunt, it's the same thing, right? Job boards coming out your
Yeah.
ears, applications everywhere, those
Like,
spreadsheets, and just this feeling of, am I missing something?
totally overwhelming.
Yeah. So RoleCatcher says they're like the answer to all of that. They want to be the one-stop shop for all things job hunting.
Right. And what's interesting to me is it's not just your typical job board, you know?
Right.
They've got the listings and all that, but then they bring in AI and like actually try to give you an edge.
Okay, so they've got the job board part, sure, but then there's this RoleCatcher.capture plugin. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've played around with it a bit.
So you're telling me I can just be on ANY job site, click a button, and it's saved to my RoleCatcher.
That's the idea. No more like a million tabs open trying to keep track of everything.
That's actually kind of genius.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything's organized, but then
Well, and they put a big emphasis on like really tailoring your applications.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which is huge now, right? With all the applicant tracking systems and everything.
And this is where I thought it got really interesting. So they have this AI that analyzes your CV. Like you upload it, and it tells you which version scores highest for a specific job description.
It's wild. It's like having like an AI recruiter giving you insider tips.
Yeah. No more guessing what those applicant tracking systems are looking for.
Especially because they say they've got this massive database, like over 9 million employers or something.
Globally, yeah. I mean, that's a lot of potential opportunities.
It's huge.
Okay, but this is the part that blew me away. The interview prep.
Oh, yeah?
Over 120,000 practice interview questions.
No way.
I know, right? And then it gets better. Their AI analyzes your video responses and gives you feedback.
Whoa. Okay, that's next level. Like, how does that even work?
That's what I thought too. But really, is this like the holy grail of job hunting?
Well, it definitely seems like they're offering a lot, right?
Yeah, they've got those traditional job searching things, but then they layer on all these AI-powered tools, and it's free to start, which is cool, and then you can upgrade for more AI stuff if you want. But I kind of want to break down what these features actually do.
Yeah, let's dig into it.
How do they actually work, and how can they really help someone find a job?
Where do we start?
Let's start with, like, the job section itself.
Okay, good place to start.
Because they're trying to make this often overwhelming thing of managing applications easier, right?
Right.
So they've got their own job board, which seems to have mostly US and UK listings. But the real star of the show is that RoleCatcher.capture plugin.
Oh, for sure. That thing's a game changer.
Right. No more like crazily switching between tabs, just one place for all your job leads.
Exactly. And once you've saved a job, they do this thing called job spec analysis. Basically, their AI breaks down the whole job description for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it tells you the hard skills they're looking for, the soft skills, even like specific knowledge. And it even defines everything.
So it's like having that recruiter friend who can like translate the job description into plain English and tell you what the employer actually wants.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
And this is where their CV resume builder comes in.
Oh, right, because you can have multiple versions of your CV stored there.
Yeah, exactly. So when you apply for a job, their AI looks at the job spec and tells you which version of your CV has the best shot.
No more like, did I highlight the right skills for this one?
Exactly.
But how can an AI really know what a recruiter wants?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Right, like, is it really that smart?
Well, no, AI is perfect, obviously.
True.
But they've supposedly analyzed millions of job descriptions and CVs.
Oh, wow.
So they're looking for patterns, things that pop up a lot in successful applications. And they do give you some insights into why one version of your CV might score higher than another.
So you're not just blindly trusting the AI.
Exactly. You're like understanding the logic behind it and using that to your advantage.
Right, you can actually learn from it. But then even if you've got all your applications organized, it's so easy to let things slip through the cracks.
Oh, totally. Keeping track of everything can be a nightmare.
Missed deadlines, forgetting to follow up, it's the worst.
So RoleCatcher has this lifecycle management feature. Think of it like...
Like a command center for your job search.
Yes, exactly that. You can see the status of each application, make notes, upload documents, even link it to people you know at the company. Everything's right there.
No more missed deadlines or opportunities. I love it. But wait, there's more. What about this reverse matching thing?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Instead of you always applying to jobs, you can let employers come to you.
Yeah, like flipping the script on job hunting.
Totally. So you opt in, And your profile is like showcased to companies who are actively looking for someone with your skills and experience.
That could be huge, especially in competitive fields.
Right. But I mean, with all this amazing tech and stuff, at the end of the day, job hunting still requires that human element, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Building connections, networking, that's still so important.
Definitely.
So does RoleCatcher offer anything beyond just the AI-powered stuff?
Oh, absolutely. They actually have a ton of other resources.
Yeah.
Like they've got over 3,000 free career guides and 13,000 free skill guides.
Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of information.
Right. So whether you're like thinking about changing careers or just want to upskill in your current field, they've got you covered.
That's amazing. Okay, I want to hear more about those.
They do. Thousands of them. Those career guides are super in-depth too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they break down all kinds of professions from like entry-level stuff to, more senior roles.
So no matter where you are in your career.
Exactly. And you get info on like typical responsibilities, skills you'd need, possible career paths, even salary insights.
It's like a sneak peek into different careers before you actually dive in.
Right. So you can see if it really matches what you're looking for.
That's really smart. Okay, what about those skill guides? What's the deal with those?
Okay, so they have over 13,000 of those.
13,000.
Yeah, covering everything like hard skills like coding, data analysis, you name it, but also soft skills like communication, negotiation, all that.
Oh, wow.
And they even tell you which skills are like hot in different industries.
That's so key because things change so fast these days. Okay, but 13,000 guides. Where do you even start?
Right. Well, they have a really good search function so you can get specific, but they also give you personalized recommendations based on your profile and like what you're interested in.
Ah, so it's more tailored. You mentioned they have stuff about actually learning the skills too, right?
Yeah. So they'll point you to online courses that are relevant, boot camps, certifications, even on-the-job stuff.
Wow, so they really cover all the bases.
They try to.
Okay, let's talk about something else that I think is super important, but people don't always give it enough attention. Networking.
Oh, huge.
RoleCatcher seems to have a whole system for that. What's the thinking there?
Well, they get that, like so many opportunities come from who you know, right?
Oh, totally. It's not always what you know, but who you know.
Exactly. So their platform is designed to make networking like more, I don't know, organized and effective, I guess.
Okay, I like that. So how does it actually work?
Okay, so one of the coolest things is you can import your existing contacts from like LinkedIn, your email, even spreadsheets.
No more manually typing everything in.
Exactly. It's amazing. And once they're in there, you can categorize them by industry, company, even how well you know them.
So it's like a CRM, but for your network.
Right. And they have this visual board, like a Kanban board, where you can track your interactions, set reminders to follow up, make notes about your conversations. You can even link contacts to specific job applications.
Oh, that's so smart. It's like having a personal assistant who's all over your networking.
Right. No more missed opportunities because you forgot to follow up with someone.
Okay, that's amazing. And is it all connected to the other features?
Yeah, it's all integrated. So you could like easily share your CV with a contact who might be able to give you feedback or pass it along to the hiring manager, that kind of thing.
That is incredibly smart. Honestly, I'm really impressed with how much RoleCatcher seems to do.
Right. It's pretty comprehensive.
Like, they really thought of everything.
They really did. But, as cool as all this is, it's good to remember that no platform, no matter how fancy, can replace that human element.
100%. Technology can be amazing, but you can't forget about actually building relationships and showing who you are,
Exactly.
So, speaking of the human element, let's talk about the interview process. RoleCatcher has that whole section dedicated to interview prep.
Yeah, it's pretty in-depth.
What really stood out to you in that area?
Well, I mean, the library of practice questions is huge, which is awesome.
Yeah, over 120,000. It's crazy.
Right. But honestly, the AI feedback system is what really blew my mind.
Yeah, the fact that it analyzes your video responses is pretty wild. But is it actually helpful? Like, can AI really understand the nuances of human interaction in an interview?
That's the question, right? And it's important to remember, the AI isn't trying to be like a replacement for actual human feedback.
Right.
It's more about giving you like an objective perspective on your delivery, your body language, how well you're getting your points across.
So it's more about catching things you might not even realize you're doing.
Yeah. Like maybe you use a lot of filler words when you're nervous, or you don't make enough eye contact. Stuff we might not notice about ourselves.
That is super insightful. It's like having a completely unbiased observer.
Exactly. And because it's AI, you can practice as many times as you want without feeling self-conscious. You can try different things, refine your answers, build your confidence.
That could be a game changer for people who get super nervous during
Oh,
interviews.
for sure. It's about using technology to, like, empower people and help them put their best foot forward. But again, it's just one piece of the puzzle, right?
Right. It's great to be prepared, but you still have to connect with the interviewer as a human being.
Totally.
Uh,
No AI can replace that.
So we've talked a lot about the features and tech behind RoleCatcher, but for someone listening who's thinking, okay, this all sounds incredible, but is it really for me? What would you say?
That's a great question. I think the cool thing about RoleCatcher is it really does offer something for everyone, no matter where you are on your career journey. Like if you're just graduating and starting out, RoleCatcher can help. If you're a seasoned pro looking for a change, RoleCatcher can help. Even if you just want to stay ahead of the game, they've got you.
I like that. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And I think that brings us back to something we've been talking about, taking charge of your own career path. Technology is an amazing tool, but you're the one in the driver's seat.
It's about defining your goals, building your skills, and creating a career that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Using these incredible tools, but not losing sight of who you are and what you bring to the table.
Exactly.
So, from everything we've learned about RoleCatcher, what's really stuck with you?
Honestly, it's just how comprehensive it is. Like they've really thought about every single part of the job hunt, exploring different careers, building your skills, interview prep, networking. They've got it all covered.
Totally. It's like they've created this roadmap and they give you tools for every step of the way.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
But at the same time, it's good to remember that no platform, no matter how amazing, can replace, actually doing the work.
Oh, absolutely not.
RoleCatcher can give you the tools and the guidance, but you're the one who has to put in the effort.
100%. It's all about empowerment, right?
Mm.
RoleCatcher gives you the knowledge, the resources, the connections, but you're the one who has to use them.
Exactly. So for someone who's listening right now who's maybe feeling excited about all this, but also a little overwhelmed by how massive the job market can feel,
It's a lot.
what's the one thing they should take away from all of this? What should they really focus on?
Honestly, embrace the possibilities.
Yeah.
Technology like this is changing everything, making the job hunt, I don't know, more efficient, more accessible.
For sure.
But don't get so caught up in the tech that you forget about, the human side of things.
Right. Like build real connections, talk to people, let your personality shine through. That's what makes you stand out.
Absolutely. And remember, the job search, it's a journey. It's not always easy.
Oh, tell me about it.
But be open to learning new things, be adaptable, and never stop exploring what's out there.
Such a good point.
Right.
Well, this has been awesome. It's been so interesting to really take a deep dive into RoleCatcher and what it means for the future of how we find jobs.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
We've seen how technology is like totally changing the game, giving job seekers amazing new tools and resources. But we've also talked about the importance of things like ethical considerations, making genuine connections, and being open to continuous learning and adapting in this ever-changing job market.
Right, because things are always changing.
And most importantly, we want to encourage you, our listeners, to really take control of your career paths, embrace all the amazing opportunities out there, and never stop exploring.
You've got this.
That's a wrap on this deep dive into RoleCatcher. We hope you found it helpful, and until next time,
Happy job hunting, everyone.
happy job hunting.